Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Welcome to the In Wheel Time car talk show here on iHeart Radio. Coming up, more car talk than you want to know about, including Herb Ross and the LBX Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Fly In. I'm sorry, what is there? Are you interrupting me for a reason? Thank you. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Fly In car show. I got to drive the 2022 Toyota Camry TRD, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it, along with my thoughts on other things, including interruptions. And we'll have the cruise-in calendar in This Week in Auto History. Plus, the stories making car news this week. Just ahead, this hour of the In Wheel Time car talk show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars and King Conrad DeLong.
Thank you.
I'm Don Armstrong.
Now that you turned my mic on.
You know, you guys, it's so good to work with professionals in the broadcasting industry.
When did you do that?
I don't know. It wasn't today. I got people over here going, Don, did you
push
do
the
it?
button, push the button, start this.
Yeah, I got
start
it.
That.
Thank you.
Now that you did, we're ready to go.
Are we ready?
And Jeffrey will be back with us shortly.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back after taking 2 weeks off. The first week was for a business event. And last weekend, my son Austin was inducted into the Texas Swimming and Diving Hall of Fame for water polo. And he is the first athlete inducted into the Texas Hall of Fame for water polo. He was quite honored about it, and it was a very fun event up at the University of Texas is where the Hall of Fame is, and they put his placard on the wall and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Well, good. I'm glad that all worked out.
It was a nice weekend off. I think we drank a little. No, I know we drank a lot.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. And went to eat at a place called Loro's.
Loro's?
In Austin. Highly recommend it. Was absolutely awesome. Kind of not tapas because it wasn't Spanish food, but kind of a small plate thing. It was really very, very, very good.
Tapas. Very good. And Jeff is out today. He's a little under the weather, but he should be back with us next week. And
what's next week?
Next week is NHRA.
Woo!
Yep. It's the final NHRA event ever.
The final go.
Yep, at the Speedway out there in Baytown. And we hope that if you can't be out there with us live, I hope that you at least will listen to the broadcast. We typically have a lot of the top name drivers, and Toyota is going to sponsor us once again, and we're hoping to have a great show again. We get to see Antron in person again.
Oh,
and it's always good to see Antron.
He's a great interview, as are the others, the other Toyota drivers. Sean Langdon and J.R. Todd drive the DHL Top Fueler and Funny Car. And last year we had Alexa DeGioia on, and she drives a Camry Funny Car, and she was a hoot. She was a good interview. But Antron is he's always a good interview, and it'll be something new this year because Antron started his own team and is out there, and I think he works with Justin Ashley, so he's getting extra data from Justin Ashley as well, and good group. They have. I was talking to the Matco rep when I was in Beaumont, and Matco is going to have a big crowd. The Matco tool guy. They're going to have a big crowd out there. And then Antron Brown, I think on his website and his Facebook page, they sell access to their, what would you call that? Their special access to their pits, and it comes with a meal and stuff. Very, very cool package that they sell over and above just tickets to the race.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
It ought to be great.
Yeah, it's a charity fund. Yeah, charity fundraiser.
All right. Well, speaking of charities and fundraisers and free events, it's free event open to the public, and it's a big deal going down at the Texas Gulf Coast Regional Airport. Do you know where that is?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Lake Jackson?
Yeah, just off of 288.
Yeah, just off of 288. We fly down there every once in a while, and
Get gas.
it's a great little airport. Love flying in there. Well, Herb Ross joins us now, and Herb, it's great to have you with us. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Okay. We need you to speak up or move closer to your microphone. That would be a good thing. Herb, let's talk about the LBX planes, trains, and automobiles. I get the planes. I get the automobiles, but I didn't know that there were trains near the airport.
That's a little misleading. They're not full-size railroad. These are model railroads, and it comes from Brazoria. There's a National Heritage Museum out there, and they have model railroads of different sizes. They'll have our large conference room filled up with 4 or 5 different sizes of railroad.
So these are trains like this, like HO scale and
Exactly.
N scale.
Yeah, because I as a kid I had trains. Dad had a big board down in the garage for me, and I love that sort of stuff. And I know that I had a friend of mine that was in the actual video business and quite successful. His name was Ben Perlman, and he was a real advocate of that hobby, and they put on huge train shows, and people from all over the United States would come and set up these ginormous train sets with, I mean, the most complicated things and switch gear, and the guy would have to crawl underneath the whole thing just so he could stand in the middle and conduct this orchestra of trains.
The buildings and the people and the lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, truly amazing.
How long will it take them to set up the train displays?
They've got them on boards, and they're going to use some tables to set them on. And it shouldn't take them but about 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Well, I was waiting for you to say 4 days.
I was going to say, well, that's what I was thinking. It'd take them quite a bit.
So, Herb, what is this the first event down there like this?
No, we've had them probably for 10 or 15 years. We struggled because we started in 2019 to have another one.
Great timing.
Yeah. And COVID hit us and knocked us out of 2020 and 2021. And so we're finally going to have when the weather looks good.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to tell everybody that it's a great, even if you don't have any hot rod car or an airplane or whatever the case may be, they also have a great restaurant there, and they make great hamburgers. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine flew me down there before I got into the helicopter business, and flew me down there and just for lunch on a Saturday.
Flew you down for a hamburger.
Yep.
Don, you live the high life.
I did, literally. Yeah.
You and Kim Kardashian just fly somewhere for lunch.
Yeah, well, it was in a Cessna. So
I thought you were going to say it was a Piper Cub, and you were in the back.
I was in the back. There's no doubt about that. But so I understand that you're going to have airplane displays. Now, is the actual airport going to be open that day, or is it going to be closed?
Yes, we're going to keep the airport completely open. Not going to have any time down. It'll have the opportunity for people to fly in any time of the day and fly out after they eat their meal and get their trophies and leave.
So it's a cruise in, is what you're saying?
More like a cruise in, yes.
Yeah. So and I understand that the hours are from 9 to 2 on Saturday, and you're going to have static airplane displays. Anything out of the ordinary going to be in there?
Well, since you're an almost pilot, you are a pilot or almost pilot?
No, I'm not. I'm not any of the above. I just I'm a reporter that sits in the back seat of a helicopter. That's it.
Okay. So if you want to come down, we'll put you in the bombardier seat. We're going to have flower bombing. We've got balloons filled with colored dye, and we're going to drop them out of the airplanes at targets on the field.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun. Well,
you could be the bombardier.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I understand you're also going to have some antique tractors there. Are you going to have any steam-powered tractors?
Oh, that's a good question. I think there was one of them in the past. I don't know if they're going to bring it or not, but there's some really old tractors. Mike, do you have the pictures of some of these? Did you get those from yesterday?
Yes, sir. Let me get with our video man here.
Okay, well, whatever the case may be, and you mentioned that the grand scale train models, that ought to be fun. And if the weather's just right, I understand there's going to be a hot air balloon down there too, or two.
There will be. This is going to be the Remax hot air balloon, and we'll have it just off the big hangar.
Okay.
And you can, that's a real colorful hot air balloon. You'll be able to see that from 288.
Now, we have an automobile show here called In Wheel Time, Car Talk. So our focus is going to be on the cars. And so what, are you just inviting clubs or friends of the family? How does that work?
It's open to any cars that want to come in, but our main group down here is the classic cars of Brazoria County.
Okay.
And Barry Wright leads that one. And most of those guys are going to bring some cars out. So I expect 30 to 50 cars.
Nice. And then for those that are into it, radio-controlled airplanes, RCs.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have, one of them is a jet.
Oh, my gosh. I've seen those on video. I've never seen one in person.
We're not going to let him fly it, but he'll start it up, and you'll be able to hear a roar.
Oh, my God. Yeah, flying RCs near an airport, an active airport, that's not necessarily a good thing, but it looks like tons of fun. The Runway Cafe, as I mentioned, is going to be open, and you're also going to have food trucks there, too.
We are.
Wow. And how much does it cost?
How much does it cost for somebody to walk in and just see it?
Yeah.
It's free.
Well, that's a good price.
We like free.
Free's good.
Yeah, well, and the price of gasoline today, if you're coming from the Houston area or anywhere around southeast Texas and headed down to Lake Jackson, then that's a good thing. I will have to tell you that the airport is on the way to Surfside. Now, for my generation, Surfside rings a bell. And so I never knew that there was an airport in Lake Jackson until I actually flew there. Because let's face it, I mean, it is kind of a little bit off of 288, just enough with woods in between that you can't see it from the highway.
Correct.
Yeah. But it's a great... Go ahead.
It's interesting because we still have people that say, you have an airport? we have planes taking off from it all the time, and it's about, a half a mile away from 288?
Yeah, at the most, yeah. And there actually, I think, is a sign, at least there used to be, right there on 288. It says LBX.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast Regional Airport. And, they have jet fuel there. And, I mean, it's a legit airport that when we get the opportunity to land there, I'm always excited to go in. Nice folks, nice gal at the desk. And, it's a friendly hometown airport. And
well, I'm glad you explained that because I was fixing to ask, what does LBX mean? Now I got it.
That's the call letters of the airport.
Yeah, because I've been trying since he and I talked. I didn't ask him the other day, and I got to thinking, what does LBX mean?
Right.
Well, it's like IAH, HOB.
I know now. I understand, but I was trying to put like some sort of barbecue or some fly club or something to it.
Well, Mike, we're trying to educate you here.
Well, I appreciate that.
Educate them.
Yeah.
If you want to talk aviation talk, you call it Lima Bravo X-ray.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. And
I'll stay with LBX.
LBX. Do that. Are you a pilot yourself?
Oh, yes.
You are. What do you have?
We have a partnership in what they call a 206, Cessna 206. That's a 6-seat airplane.
Nice. And do you fly it quite often?
I fly it probably 2 or 3 times a month.
Dang.
Oh, wow, that's often.
Yeah, that's often. Do you take like day trips out of there? Or
It's funny, when people ask me what I do, I'm always flying to keep up my skills.
Yes.
So I tell them I'm flying in circles because I fly around the airport, practice my landings. So I'm flying in circles.
Well, that's a good thing, and it's probably one of the cheaper things you can do in an airplane because these days going cross country, and I know what the price of fuel is. It's not any cheaper than gas at the pump that you pull in the Valero station.
Fuel is more expensive than than what you're getting at the Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Hey, Lake Jackson, the home of Buc-ee's.
They
don't have a Buc-ee's at the airport though.
No, not at the airport. And if you were to see the original Buc-ee's, you'd go, "That's the original Buc-ee's? That's it." But at any rate, it sounds like a great event. And how was turnout 3 years ago, or do you remember that long ago? Because I have a problem myself.
So these things are very weather dependent, as you know, car shows, outdoor car shows are.
And so is aviation.
Absolutely, because pilots can't fly when the ceilings are too low.
Correct.
So in 2019, the weather was so bad we had 2 or 3 airplanes. That was it.
I'm
So
sorry.
The good thing about this show is that it's made for the pedestrians too, the people that live in the town, drive cars, and don't fly airplanes.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of things for them to look at and do and see. So, like the model railroads, the kids love that. They've stood in there watching the railroad cars go around and around until past closing time. They kept the guys running.
Oh, I think I would too. I think
would too.
It's pretty amazing
Absolutely.
to see the kind of work and effort they put into building those model railroads.
That, and then the tractors don't mind a little bit of rain, so those guys will crank up the tractors, the old 2-banger tractors. We've got displays inside the big hangar. There are people doing air schools. Skydiving school will be there. The recruiters from the Marines, Army, Navy will be there. The local high school, Brazoswood, will have JROTC, Junior ROTC.
Oh,
And they've
cool.
also got a rocket club. So the rocket club is composed of people like my grandson, and we'll have their rockets out there. They take these rockets all the way out to New Mexico, to White Sands, and fire them. It's such a big event.
So these aren't the little rockets you'd buy at the hobby store. These are much more complex rockets that they're building.
Exactly.
Right up there next to Elon Musk and his rockets.
Jeff Bezos is the one that's out there in West Texas. Elon's down. He's down on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
But his rockets are
I'm just teasing.
substantially bigger.
Yes, they are substantially bigger. Well, Herb, it sounds like a good time. So for everybody that missed it, Saturday, April 23rd, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Texas Gulf Coast Regional Airport. And if you don't know where it is, well, it's time to learn. It's down there in Lake Jackson on the way to Surfside.
Just go south on 288. You can't miss it.
Well, you got to look for the sign.
Well,
you
he
just put it in your phone.
He said that the Remax hot air balloon will be there. Believe me, you won't miss it if the hot air balloon is
Well,
there.
that's true. But on the other hand, too, you don't know what the weather's going to be. Even though the weather forecast is looking good today, this is the Upper Texas Gulf Coast Regional Airport.
Open to the public for
Yeah.
free. So if you're looking for a cool event to do with the family next Saturday, that's definitely something to do.
Absolutely. Well, Herb, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Good luck next weekend, and we hope to see you then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool event.
See,
Very cool
now
event.
that's one of those kind of events that I would just love to go to because it's a semi-local show. A little bit of a drive to get down there. Not bad. You can drive down there, and well, from here it's probably about 45 minutes.
But instead, you're going to be sniffing nitromethane.
Next weekend, I will be sniffing as well as you will, and Mars and Zeke, and we'll all be down there. Yeah, next weekend we're going to be broadcasting live from the Spring Nationals for the NHRA.
The final event.
Yeah, at Houston Raceway
Final
Park.
national event at Houston Raceway Park.
Speaking of things to do, cruising calendar. I know that this is the season.
Always lots of stuff going on. Typically, there's still Nifty 50s up in Grogan's Mill, the Kemah Car Meet, so that's every Saturday. But also today from 2 to 6 p.m. is the Auto Check Elite Supercar Gathering at 551 Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. And it's going to have Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and stuff as a cruise-in. And then also tonight, 6 to 9 p.m. up in Cypress, the West Houston Vintage Car Meetup at the Twisty Treat at 7018 Fry Road in Cypress,
I'd
Texas.
have to go there just because it's called a Twisty Treat.
Yeah, it's a little, custard stand. Pretty cool. There's a few of them here around town. And then out in Wharton, for those down on the southwest side of town, the Domino's Pizza Wharton Cruise-In Night at the Domino's Pizza on Bowling Highway in Wharton. Again,
Is it
it's
free pizza?
I doubt it's free pizza, but it's
If I had the pizza place, I think I'd offer slices for free to every
probably
participant.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Also tonight, 5 to 9 p.m., the Saturday night cruise-in at Home Depot in Clear Lake, at Clear Lake Shores Home Depot. And then 7 p.m. in Dayton Cruisers Weekly Street Meet, and that's 300 North Main in Dayton. So kind of all around the city, there's stuff going on. And then tomorrow is Coffee and Cars at Century Square in College Station. On the 19th is the Blue Bonnet Street Rodders Cruise In on William Fitch Parkway in College Station. Then again on the 17th is Sunday night at Freddy's Steakburger on 1960 in Eldridge. And then on the 20th is Cruise-In night at Freddy's Steakburger on Fry Road in Katy. Freddy's Steakburger is very much into the car scene. Different ones around town have always got an event going on every week. Pretty cool. And that is the Cruise-In calendar.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Back in your day, which was many, many decades ago, what was the sedan of choice? From
Impala, Biscayne, Bel Air. My dad was always a Chevy 4-door. First one I remember was a Biscayne, and then he upgraded to a Bel Air. I don't remember us ever having an Impala until the kids moved out of the house, and then he got an Impala.
Yeah.
So,
how about you, Mars?
We always had station wagons. We didn't really.
What kind of station wagon? Chevys, Fords?
We had a Buick. We had a
Buick.
Mercury. I remember a '63 Mercury station wagon that was kind of cool.
Was that side to side facing third row, or was that rear facing third row? Because I know Ford made a generation
No,
of.
we never had the rear facing.
Okay, yeah, I know Ford had a generation of station wagons where you faced side to side. There was 2 seats on one side and 2 seats on the other.
This was kind of
GM did the rear facing one.
Yeah,
kind of a pinkish looking color and cream. You know, it was kind of
pink and cream.
We didn't,
you
we
know
didn't
what?
keep it long.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Well,
was that over there in the Neaterville area?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Rose
it was.
or mauve?
I don't remember. To me, it was pink.
God. You know, you could have made something up and said, oh, yeah, it was a navy blue or something, but not pink. Well, I bring this up because it's time now for today's car review. And I had a chance to drive the 2022 Toyota Camry, which, in my opinion, the Camry has kind of taken the place of all of the big Ford 4-doors, the Chevy 4-doors.
Because Ford and Chevy don't build them anymore.
Well,
I mean,
that
honestly, they really don't build a big sedan anymore.
No, nobody does, except Toyota and the Camry. Now, a big sedan, they call it a midsize. Yeah. But it's about as big as you can get, I think, almost. Unless you get to the Avalon, which is a little bit longer.
Dodge Charger.
There's that. So the 2022 Toyota Camry comes in these trim levels: the LE, the SE, the SE Nightshade. Yeah, there's a car called a Nightshade. XSE, the XLE, and the TRD. I have the 2022 Toyota Camry TRD, a midsize sedan, seats 5 passengers. This has been a redo in 2018, and it's 4 years old as far as its design is concerned. But you know, the new cars these days, they can actually go pretty long, and you really don't notice that there's some big change year to year.
And right, Toyota Racing Development TRD, that's their hot rod version, performance version.
We're going to get to that. So lots of aero features on the TRD make it stand out from a regular Camry. Most people go, that's a Camry? Yeah, it is. It's got a splitter in it, a special grille, side skirts. It's got winglets and a big spoiler in the back, huge grille with some pretty slick lighting up front, and a special roof paint job that is kind of a two-tone thing. This one had a black roof that kind of let the sunroof blend into the blackness up on the top of the car, and then below it was kind of like electric blue. So it definitely stood out. People looked at it going, that's a Camry? What I liked about it, the overall look is really pretty cool, except it's lacking a number on the door.
Oh, okay.
What could use
like Denny Hamlin?
Well, I was going to say, no, you're 43, but that would be Richard Petty. But you get the point, only because of the color. What could use improvement? I really don't know. Interior highlights, huge touchscreen in this thing. sculpted dash that intertwines the center stack, which I thought is very cool.
I like the looks of the way that the angles
comes across
come together.
this way,
yeah.
and then it comes across this way.
Very cool.
It was
well designed.
I agree. The red instrument panel gauges and the red seat belts are kind of cool, except with the red instruments in front of you. Yes, they were red. They're kind of hard to see in the daylight. When it's daylight outside, the dark red kind of blends in with the black, and you kind of can't really see how fast you're going. Just thought I'd bring that up.
Like you were worried about that, yeah.
Fairly roomy back seat area, trunk room adequate for this sedan. What I liked about it, the interior comfort, very comfortable car. What could use improvement? More driver seat bolstering. I know I'm stretching it, but
you got to look for something.
Engine is a 3.5-liter V6. It's not out of the ordinary. It is an option for the regular Camry, but they've done nothing special to the V6. That turns out 301 horsepower, 267 pound-feet of torque, and it has an 8-speed automatic transmission in it that works really well. In the miles per gallon category, 22 city, 31 highway for a combined of 25. I got 28.4.
It's pretty good for 300 horsepower.
But, I don't do the on-ramp acceleration tests like you-know-who down here in the red shirt. I got that gas mileage over 407.8 miles, most of it on the highway. What I like, the special catalytic converters on the TRD give it a kind of a sporty sound.
Throaty.
Yeah, a little bit. What could use improvement? Cutouts. Ride and handling. What I liked about the ride and handling, it does have TRD suspension components on it. Lower, stiffer coil springs, sway bars, TRD shocks, bigger brakes, and Potenza tires on it. So it does stand out above all of the other Camrys as far as performance.
And a very good-looking set of wheels.
Yeah,
I thought they were very good-looking.
Yeah, exactly. What could use improvement? Adjustability on the fly for the suspension. I know, again, I'm stretching it. The deal is that, they do it the way that they do it to keep the price right. Base trim price on the car is $33,385. Price is tested, $35,470. Base model price on a Camry is $26,320. Which is kind of alarming to me. It's like, really? I didn't know that a regular Camry is only $26,000. And the TRD, top of the line, is $35,470. Check it out. Competitors, the Kia Stinger, $40,535. BMW M5, $104.
M5. Camry?
Well, it's a sports sedan.
Yeah.
You look up sports sedans, and there aren't that many, okay? So BMW M5, $104,695.27. The Lexus GSF for $86,035. So this is a true bargain when it comes to sports sedans. And if you're into that sort of thing, I'd suggest you check it out. I give it a 4-star. That's it.
Lots of people do. Very popular car.
It is.
The In Real Time Car Show streams on iHeart Radio, the iHeart Radio app, and Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InRealTime.com. Podcasts available from your favorite podcast source. The In Real Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting.
Tony Stewart Racing joins the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series, and his drivers, Leah Pruitt and Matt Hagan, will face off against NHRA stars including the legendary John Force Racing Team. Don't miss this battle of horsepower and performance. It's the final NHRA Spring Nationals event at Houston Raceway Park. Don't miss it, April 22nd through 24th. This is your last chance for nitro action in Baytown. Tickets at HoustonRaceway.com.
The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.